He's not the mayor, but he damn well could be at any point that he'd like. He's the outgoing president and CEO of the Green Bay Packers. He's Mark Murphy. He's kind enough to spend a couple moments with us here on the Doug Gottlieb Show on Fox Sports Radio. Mark, you're the guy single-handedly getting the responsibility for bringing the draft to Green Bay. How did this all happen? How was the draft able to get to Lambeau Field?
Well, first of all, it was a total team effort. It was everybody within the organization. We all knew how much it would mean, not only to the Packer organization, but to the entire community. But it really goes back to when they started taking the draft on the road in 2015. We kind of raised our hand and said, we'd love to host the draft in Green Bay. And, they ended up going to other cities and really kind of wondered sometimes whether it would truly work out. But you mentioned, I think, a couple things were really crucial. Obviously, Lambeau Field and the history and tradition of the Packers. But the Titletown development, I don't think we would have the draft were it not for that. And then the Resch Expo. Obviously, you're familiar with the Resch Center and the Resch Expo. That whole area has really kind of put us over the top in terms of being able to host the draft.
Did you personally design the weather to roll in and suddenly be sunny and beautiful today? Was that? I know you're a powerful man, Mark. I didn't know you're that powerful.
No, I don't have that in control. Actually, we had like a thunderstorm and we had to shut things down for a while, but it was kind of a slow time, so it worked out. We had a really nice event on the Titletown Field with Special Olympics athletes and other youth football players, which was really positive.
Give me something that's come up that you cannot believe it's something that you guys have had to kind of figure out how to deal with, whether it's this week or the weeks leading up to it.
Oh, boy. I have to admit, it's the league's event. And, they've done this multiple times and they have it down to but seeing the size of the stage, it's it's unbelievable how they put it together. I guess it's just the magnitude of and I've described it. I'd encourage all of our fans, everybody out there, and you got to come to this. It's unbelievable. It's like Disneyworld for football fans. There's something for everybody.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting. How do you get an accurate crowd size count? Right, that's the whole thing. Because you get people who have said, well, 400,000 people. They have 250,000 people there tomorrow. They have. Is there a specialist? Is there somebody you hire? Who does the crowd size count? And how do we know that they're accurate?
That's a great question. I think there's some double and triple counting there, but they do have they do for the 3 days of the draft each day. They start over. So, if somebody's coming 2 or 3 times, they'll be counted. But, we're estimating that we would have 250,000. I think in Detroit last year it was like over 700,000. So obviously, that's a little bit larger city than Green Bay.
Yeah. Last thing, Mark, I know everybody asks you this as president of the Green Bay Packers. Will the Packers select a wide receiver in the first round of the draft?
For the first time since 2002, we'll see. If that receiver is the best player available, we will do it.
A percentage of times that gets asked to you in the last couple of weeks?
On a very regular basis.
It's the most amazing.
Anything other than we will take the best player available. Unless we decide to trade down or to have traded up before. It's really an amazing process, Doug. When I was a player, I always wondered, what goes on in the draft room, and the last 17 years being a part of that, it's not quite like draft day, but there's some truth in that.
When life imitates art or art imitates life. Mark Murphy, President and CEO of the Green Bay Packers. Mark, Obviously, this is an incredible achievement. You guys have been able to get Green Bay here. Thanks so much for being our guest on Fox Sports Radio.
No, thanks, Doug. Yeah, it's really exciting just to see the impact this is going to have and the excitement that it's generated in the community.
No question about it. That's Mark Murphy, the outgoing president of the Green Bay Packers.